Go check out Gory. I gotta say, Gory has by far one of the most interesting takes going on of any streamer right now. He has a challenge going on where he is not allowed any, like, he's not able to rely on anything player driven that comes from anywhere outside of his corporation. So he and his corp are on their own. They're not allowed to use the market unless it's to NPC buy orders or sell orders. They're not allowed to use player structures. Yes, they're on the workbench. Why do I still have more than 7 people coming in? I'm just going to keep inviting people in, even though... Oh. Medved is already in a fleet. Whatever. Well, yeah. So the Poco thing is going to be rough. Because you kind of have that, like, bootstrap problem. It is somewhat like the Urschlag challenge, but he actually has a whole corporation doing it. Which I think is kind of interesting. It's a hard mode thing. It's Iron Man. Iron Man rules.
Warp drive active.
So there is a way to do the PI though without using a player poke. Oh yeah, that's right. You can't do the higher tier PI. You may be able to find an NPC Poco somewhere still. How do they police it? Well, if somebody shows up with a battleship one day, they kick him out of the corp. Although apparently you can buy a fucking retriever now today.
Warp drive active.
They're not allowed to sell things on the market. How do you mean? How do you catch them? Well, right now I think that they're working on the honor system, but you could use APIs.
Request accepted.
Like if it really came down to it, they could do an API check if they had any suspicion. What are you talking about? Like you could just audit somebody if you wanted to. It's really easy. In fact, Gory, you might want to look into Alliance Auth and use it. It's like a police state. It's like a police state that you voluntarily take part in as a challenge. Jesus. Do you got the papers for that money? Well, I mean, the thing is that, like, what good is money? Right? What good is money to these people? Well, you can get... So the issue is that he can blast PI off of a planet and pick it up. That's fine. But in order to build Pocos, you need advanced components, which require you to move things from one planet to another planet. And that's where you come into problems. You can blast something into space, but you can't put it back down onto the next planet for the advanced manufacturing. As far as I know. That was the wall I ran into when it came to trying to give them advice as to where to go. Because, like, my suggestion for them is, like, they're doing, like, LP stuff right now because that's a good way to get, you know, your resources. Or to get, like, advanced versions of stuff. Because they can't use Tech 2. But eventually they're going to need to take like a low class wormhole. I suggested it with a low sec static. That's true. That is so true. So you could just sit there on temperate and barren planets and wait for epithals to come up and just gank them as soon as they start to like look like they're aligning out to warp away. And hopefully they'll drop advanced components. That is a way to do it. Wait.
How would you fix your sex status?
You can do it in low sec. How do you fix your sex status? The same way you normally do. First of all, they're doing missions, so that's one way. Second of all, you can still get tags for sec. They just can't buy them off the market. But the point is that if they can manage to make an Athanor... Yeah, if they can manage to make an Athanor, and they can put it up in a wormhole, then they could potentially produce battleships and faction ships. Without that, they can't. I'm really impressed that they've really bitten on it too. And I really want to see it keep going. Non-Empire factions? You can still get those? You can still get what? Non-Empire faction battleships? How? How? The Pirate Faction LP store doesn't sell full-on ships, does it? You can convert regular battleships to Navy, but you need to have a regular battleship first. Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I expect to see you guys running around in Macarials within the month. Prof, I don't want to hear your shit. You can buy Helas for LP. There you go, man. Oh my God. Pirate. Okay. So new plan. New plan. No. Gory. New plan. NPC nullsec. That's what you need to do. NPC nullsec. That's going to be your answer. Yes, everybody's going to get a free praxis in about a month and a half, 2 months. Yeah, NPC nullsec, pirate missions. You know what the best part about that is? Pirate missions expect you to be in, like, frigates and shit. Like, legitimately, this is a very good idea. Plus, you can hunt around and kill other people and get stuff from them. Yeah. You just have to decide which pirate you want to work for.